Here's an interesting question to you guys. Why do you think at that point, mostly from the Britain-made bands where America tended to make solo artists? You know, that apart from black R&B, which did have bands, sort of white artists tended to be much more solo. You know, there's Bruce Springsteen, there's you know, I mean, all the singer-songwriters that you guys have. But it was Britain that seemed to be forming the bands, and I'm thinking it's because we have a very strong working class youth culture, and working class kids find greater strength in gangs, and that's why maybe we form bands. You know,
I mean, there's a lot of great American bands. I think.
Come on, let's have this fight now, right? Come on, Holly.
Okay,
Who are you talking about, Holly? Who are you talking about?
Oh.
I mean,
yeah, that's a lot of pressure. The Beach Boys.
Good, nice, yeah, and they were big influence on the Beatles, weren't they, as well? You know, they went backwards and forwards. You know, there's a lot of what was going on there. Well, maybe not quite as influential, but
yeah.
I
mean, that's
we have. I mean, REM is one of my favorite bands of all time.
But that's a little later, though, isn't it? That is a little later.
But during that period, it was. I mean, it was the British bands that weren't afraid of this visual medium, and that's what they wanted to play. I mean, you know, MTV was starved for material.
Well, and I think the reason being is that the key to success in Britain was through the television, and we'd had a diet of visuals. So that when I was really small, and I don't remember this, there would have been the program called Oh Boy. Then there was a program called Ready Steady Go, you know, with which had all the Beatles on, and everybody went on that. And then Top of the Pops came along, and TV went color. There was another life-changing moment in my life when I saw David Bowie doing Starman on Top of the Pops. And, you know, I remember thinking, that's it. That's who I'm going to be. You know, that's who I'm going to follow this guy forever. And, you know, and, you know, Top of the Pops was watched by, now this doesn't sound a lot in American numbers, but it's huge in England. And we don't get anywhere close now with any TV program, but it had 16 million people a week watching it. Your granny knew who number one was, you know, it was, and yet it was so visual. So, and I think because we got that you had to have a visual side to your performance, MTV needed that, and that really worked for them.
Yeah, we had like late night shows. I think Top of the Pops was probably prime time. That was, everyone was watching it. You know,
prime time, you know, just that was 7 o'clock in the evening.
Thursday night though, right?
Yeah.
Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah, we had like the midnight special, and you know, you had
Don
to stay
Kirshner.
late. Yeah, we had Don Kirshner's rock concert. There were things that you could see.
Let's think Ed Sullivan, you know, in the old days, like, you know,
Right.
broke Beatles.